The Emmys were granted an exception for COVID-19 mask rules. Meanwhile, they're putting masks on the face of screaming toddlers, seeking approval for fucking jabs for 9-year-olds. But the elites, they have different playbooks. Ain't that a bitch? Cameras earned them a mask pass. I know, right? Yeah, no, that's a picture that was taken. When was the Emmys? I don't know, Sunday or some shit. I don't really give a fuck. Mostly because the Emmys are this. I don't really care what the lifestyles of the rich and famous in 2021 are. They mostly just post them on Instagram, and everybody just cringes whenever they do another one of those collaborative efforts. It's like, would you like to sing one of the famous songs from history? It would be so great. Everyone would want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear from you guys. You're vacuous fucking idiots. But that's alright. They got a different set of rules. This is really, really, really starting to look like late stages of the French Republic before the Reign of Terror was going on. I'm just saying. This is fucking Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake shit. So just keep your head on a swivel before it ends up in a bucket. A Los Angeles health officials are defending the 2021 Emmys Awards as justified exceptions to a local mask mandate after the show faced backlash for its maskless A-list guests. It's different. They're important. We need to see their faces. These are the beautiful people, after all. Oh my God. Los Angeles County Department of Health said the award show had been in contact with health officials and paid them off appropriately. LA County's health officials required everyone to wear a mask indoors, whether vaccinated or unvaccinated, the agency said in a statement to CNN reporter Oliver Darcy. Ugh, God, he does do things other than just saying, Fox is so bad, am I right, guys? However, exceptions are made for film, television, and music production because the virus knows better. Those are the rich and powerful people. You don't attack them. As additional safety modifications are made for those controlled interactions. Like what exactly? Can you spot them? Is there UV lights in those mock-up Emmy Awards that are on the corners of the stage? Are there little strips of cellophane attached to everybody's nose and chin to make sure that the virus doesn't get around? Like, I don't know what you guys mean. The health agency said the show's rules, which included requiring all attendees to be vaccinated against the virus, as well as take a PCR test 48 hours prior to the event. But that's not good enough for the plebs out there. No. This is what Hollywood can do. You are not Hollywood. You will never be Hollywood. Had exceeded the baseline requirements for television and film production. Okay. What happened due to an abundance of caution? What everybody else has to deal with on a daily basis. Oh, okay, cool. Careful planning before. This is literally the exact same statement that Gavin Newsom came out after it was discovered that he went to that fucking gathering, which he should have every right to, but then continue to enforce. But whatever. Careful planning and a large event is essential to ensure all health and safety requirements are adequately addressed, the statement said. I'm sure there was a lot of planning that went forward to there. Well, at least one person had a mask on. Again, I don't care, but stop telling me that I need to care. Public Health will continue to review the protocols for future large I'm sure they will. Okay? What? I don't think... Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because people still have this opinion and still have this thought process that they think that, these success people, or the success stories, words are hard today, Jesus Christ, of the local drama geek who just ended up getting a play and then eventually working themselves up. It happens, I guess, or a wrestler made good in Hollywood. Those people are still in touch with their grounded roots. Yeah, obviously, when they're just getting preferential treatment on fucking red carpets, they're still, they're just one of you guys as well. But some people were complaining. It's going to fall on deaf ears because they don't care about you, okay? One critic called the maskless Emmys a slap in the face of all of our font line workers that are still dealing with the pandemic. Sure. Normally you'd call that a super spreader event, but that's only what you call an event that a bunch of conservatives are at, so don't worry about anybody being out there in the open. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter going against vaccine passports. Oh, it's wonderful to see the left eat their own. Famed New York City restaurant Carmine's releases its own footage of moment with 3 black women attacked Asian hostess over N-word insult. Oh my God, did she literally call them the N-word? Like the phrase N words, not, you know, what you yell if you have some money riding on a basketball game and somebody misses a free throw. Like, did she just say N word? Because that would just be peak 2021. And claims it shows assault was unprovoked. No shit. I mean, like, this should be headline news because you never hear about this. Could you imagine a black person assaulting an Asian unprovoked? Stories like that never ever make the news because they never happen, right? Famed New York City restaurant Carmine's has released new footage of what it claims to be an unprovoked attack on an Asian hostess by 3 black women who claimed she called them the N-word during a dispute over vaccine cards. How could you even tell, really? The Italian eatery shared the surveillance footage, that taken from both inside the entrance and the restaurant and the outdoor area where the brawl broke out last week after Black Lives Matter protesters accused the restaurant of intentionally keeping it under wraps. Protesters, that's one way to put it. It shows 3 Texas women, Carita Rankin, 44, her niece. Oh my God, you really make it hard to not make jokes. Taina Kaisha Ranklin, sure. Sally Rochelle Lewis, sister of Ray, entering the restaurant as part of a larger party. No shit, and they're probably significantly large as it was. The women were escorted inside the restaurant after showing their proof of COVID-19 vaccination, while 3 men in the party who do not have proof show up shortly after remain outside. The unnamed 24-year-old hostess passes the group, with the 4 women in the back of the group suddenly stopping and turning her direction as though something had been said. At this moment, the woman rushes outside, with what happened next captured on the infamous bystander footage shot outside. There is no audio in the footage, and it is unclear if the exchange of words between the diners and the hostess, and if there was, what was said. Kaida Ranklin, I'm not saying those names again. These 3 women, all from the Houston area, who were up in New York City, acting like this is the first time that they've ever been called the... Oh, okay, cool. You have to go up north in order to experience racism, huh? Really shows that Democrats moved north a long time ago. Say they were provoked by the server who used a racial slur. I highly fucking doubt it. But as you can see, Black Lives Matter got a hold of this story and they took it all in stride. You know, they just came back and they just protested the event, okay? Because you just got a little bit of footage right here. We'll let the video play, and they were very, very peaceful about the events. And it's not like anybody, you know, it could cause any damage with the bullhorn that was there and screaming it into that guy's face. And obviously, that's something that normal civilized people do. And oh, there's one of those allies that he hears so much about. I'm sure he doesn't have a sexual assault history or anything. Fuck your racism, held by just a lily white cracker with his Black Lives Matter shirt. I hope the black girl that you have a crush on sees that and she might give you a crumb of pussy. I just really hope that happens for you, bro. I just don't know how this plays out though. Realistically, Black Lives Matter has been completely and utterly tossed to the side by the Biden administration. And the fact that they're protesting against what they perceive as racism and then also segregation based on race instead of, you know, addressing the central point of vaccine passports and the vaccination rates in minority communities being significantly lower than white communities. I'm just saying, if we have a common enemy on this, that's cool, because you guys at least seem to have their ear at some point or another, and maybe there's a way to enact some change. I don't really know. I find both of these stories to be hilarious, hypocritical, and just a sign of the times, unfortunately. Finally, for once, like, there's not 3 hours of fucking content for the day, so hopefully you guys can survive. I know, right? Try to keep these rambles short at least once in a while. I just got so demoralized about the first video. Whatever, enjoy your evening. Hopefully you do something productive, and if not, I got that second channel if you want to hop over there, because we're going to talk about some nerdy science shit, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.